Hey guys, Footy Manager TV here. Welcome to episode number 16 of my Barcelona FIFA 16 career mode series. And you can see Sandro signs a contract here, accepted the offer. Very good. Of course, he hasn't really played this season, or he hasn't played at all. But definitely, I think he could make a mark in the team in the future. Whether it be next season, season after that. And yeah, I do plan to hopefully get into next following seasons, if you do of course want to see that. But judging off the views of this series, especially comparing to my other ones, yeah, you do want to see this. So I'm going to try and get a video of this series from now, one out at least every single day. But yeah, drop a like on the video if you would like to see that, as yeah, you guys are responding to this series the best. It's like got triple more views than any other series I do, like videos from other series. So yeah, I think that's motivation enough to yeah, record this series more. So just leave your thoughts if you would like to see that. But as we head into the first game of this episode in the league here against Grenada, we're playing at home. We win an early penalty, and from who else but Lionel Messi. Defender was just pressuring him too much and forced him off the ball. And yeah, he went down, Lionel Messi. Even though I personally thought the contact wasn't too hard, but again, he still went down. And now he steps up and he finishes. Goalkeeper didn't guess either way. So Messi, every chance to finish. He's really improved for me in terms of goals. Goals scored is what you want to see from Messi, really. Maybe earlier in the series you might have saw that he wasn't scoring as much as you would like, but I think he's just gotten better in that aspect. Like you can see now, he's got 10 goals in the Liga BBVA. It's what you would expect, maybe a little bit more, but that's coming. Like I said, he's improving. So now we need to make a change, or we are going to make a change anyway, because we are leading 2-0. Thought it's a good opportunity to bring in Sergi Samper, another guy. He plays a ball there. He's going to be playing more. I think that's what's really intriguing about this Barcelona career mode for me. Like if it's just filled with quality players, which in a way it is, but we've still got those young guys coming through, that always makes it interesting for me. I think that's how I'm going to base my career modes in the future, going forward from now, doing these big teams, because I know there's interest for that, but have the side of the youth to it, with the youth squad as well, hopefully bring them through. You know, in my Leeds United career mode, I've got a few good young players, most notably Amaral. I've got like just high potential youth player. He's very exciting. So, and not just those youth players, but actual younger players that are real players in FIFA, of course. So yeah, that's what I should be doing going forward, because I enjoy it most definitely, which is probably the most important factor, and you guys respond to it. So that's two really good things. But we're going to change Pogba's number. Unfortunately, can't change it to number 10 like he was at Juve, but we're going to change it to number 19, as he is number 19 for France. So I think that was the second best number to choose for him, and I'm sure you would agree with that. That means Sandro changes to number 21, which should be good enough. But straight into another game here. Levante. Away from home. Away from home games can be tricky, especially when you're playing against a team that's not that great. If they sneak a goal and it's 1-0, they play really defensive for the rest of the game, especially if it's in the second half. Eventually, they're going to time waste, and that is probably one of the most frustrating things for me, as you probably could tell from my videos, when that does actually happen against me. But we're still playing a fairly strong team. Looking at that lineup, we should be beating Levante. Gaia's been a good signing. I still get comments sometimes when I sold Jordi Alba, and yeah, like on the earlier videos, and like, why did I sell him? I think Gaia has showed that he is a good player and he's younger, so he can always get better. And oh, that pass there for Messi to finish, that was class by Suarez. He just knew where Messi was and where he was running to. You could have almost took the shot with Suarez. You don't know, yeah, if he could have made a pass, but that was amazing. I want to take some credit for that as well. But obviously, yeah, Suarez's ability, he would be able to execute that. If it wasn't as good player like Suarez, maybe he wouldn't be able to pass it into that direction for Messi. And of course, Messi not going to miss. Gaia, another ball playing forward. Like I said, Gaia's still a really young player as well, and he's still almost as good as Alba. So not as good, but he's very close to. That's what I will say. Iniesta finds Gaia. There he is again. And sometimes you have to take ratings off the table of the players. It's what they do in the game for you, how good the player is for you. But I have to say they are similar players. And yeah, one of the biggest reasons I didn't transfer list Jordi Alba. But I just want to reiterate that for everyone that comments that, I didn't transfer list him. I just got a really good offer that was, I couldn't really reject it. It was too good, and we have used it to sign good players. Because obviously didn't replace him with the exact amount of money. We signed Pogba now, and we signed some other players, and that money is being invested really, really well. Well, I would like to make it prove that it is by winning the league and Champions League this season. Suarez, could he finish? Tries to place it, but we win the corner. See, even this game here, we probably should be doing better than 1-0, maybe have a few more goals. Can we score one late here? Maybe no. That's a very good save by the goalkeeper, though. And now Rafinha, he finds the back of the net with that strike. Rafinha's almost in between. I talked about those young players. He's a guy that's breaking through a Barcelona. Not a guy like, say, just Sandro, for example, one of those young players we have who's not... He's not playing at all, really. But Rafinha's still more part of at least the rotation system. Obviously, signing Pogba, that kind of puts him a bit down in the pecking order. But don't forget, Iniesta's getting older. So each season goes by, he's going to be getting tired more, fitness going down more, and eventually retire. So Rafinha is a guy I definitely don't want to let go of. Good plans for him in the team in the future. So that was a good win at the end of the day. It wasn't a dominating Barcelona performance that you would come to see, but it's still a good win that we need in the league to keep up with the pack, really. Like Real Madrid. I say the pack, Real Madrid, but there's a few teams on top of us as well. But we do still have an extra game to play in the league, but probably the biggest game of this episode is against Real Madrid, semi-final in the Spanish Cup. It would be amazing if that was the final, but sometimes, it doesn't work out that way. So you think if we win this, there'll be a real good chance we can actually win the final. This is almost like the final. It's semi-final, but if you think we beat Real Madrid, if we can beat Real Madrid away from home as well, so that's something to keep in consideration for this match. Real Madrid, they're still a really good team, though. You can't doubt that. They've got superstars everywhere. Bale, who's on the ball right now, going down the right. Can he put it across? No, he's going to look to go on his left. Isco heads it down to Benzema. And that was really, really hard to defend. Once that headed down, there's not much you can do to react quick to that. That was just a pinpoint. Benzema celebrating with the subs. And that was a really well-worked goal. You can't complain about that. And Bale as well. I thought he was going to cross it on his right. But obviously he's left-footed. Maybe should have been more alive to that as well. Obviously analysing back. See, this is like I'm analysing like you probably would. You should have, knew he'll come in and cross on his left. It's easy to analyse when you're watching it back like I do. I just analyse myself sometimes like you would. So that's the luxury you have while not playing. But anyway, Ronaldo now, he's running down the right. And he comes in, and this is probably the worst defending you are ever going to see, no doubt about that. But also, it's Ronaldo, but like I said, no doubt that is not the greatest defending. Should do much better with that, especially conceding that late in the half. I would have been content going into halftime 1-0, but then Ronaldo, one of my players ran into the other player. So again, that's something else that probably shouldn't happen. But Ronaldo scores his 7th goal in the Spanish Cup. What can you expect? Probably the best player in FIFA. He's better than Messi because of his strength in FIFA. Make sure you heard that, in FIFA. And there's another showcase of that early in the second half. And you think that would ride off this game. But the thing is, they've only had like a few shots on target, but they've took every chance. And that's what you get with playing against arguably the best team to use in FIFA. Make sure you hear that I say that, in FIFA. But they're still quality players. So that partnered with playing on Legendary as well, the hardest difficulty in the game. But we couldn't give up. We had to make some changes. So Bellerin, one of those players that came on, he found Suarez. Suarez had the strength to get rid of Pepe, passes to Leo Messi, and Lionel Messi finds the back of the net. And maybe we do have some hope. I thought if we could get that goal, maybe before 70 minutes, which I did, 20 minutes, 2 goals, it's doable. Honestly, you can do that. Luis Suarez was really impressed with his play. I thought, Pepe was going to be too strong for him, but I guess not. Really well done. And Messi, that's only his 2nd goal in the Cup. So that's what I mean. Messi, he hasn't scored. He hasn't been like a Ronaldo for us in terms of goals. And because I was really attacking a lot, they had a lot of players forward. And that was Mayoral, I think. He actually came on for Benzema. and he wasn't able to finish. And I thought if Benzema was still on and he didn't go off for him, he probably would have finished that. So a bit lucky. And one man we're going to bring on here is Inaki Williams. He's been impressive coming on as a sub this season. Because we've got Neymar, like on the left wing, Messi on the right. It's really hard for him to start, but can he make an impact here? He's on the ball right away, so can he do something? He's using his pace, also his strength. He's actually pretty strong for a winger. Then he blasts it, and that's what he does. That's like his killer move for me. Those are the goals he scores, cutting in, that smashing it near post, but high, like it smashes into the roof of the nets. He always does that. It's funny because other players I have don't do that as much. I don't know why the reason is. Is it just because he gets in those positions because of his power, his physical power? Like he's strong and quick, so he can get into those positions when he's cutting in from a wide position? I don't know. What do you guys think? But he's on again as well in the striker position. But unfortunately, Navas makes the save. It could have been 3-3 there. We're actually dominating this game, especially in the second half of the second half, if that makes sense. We're killing it. Maybe last 30 minutes or so. So much chances. We deserve that third goal. Another header chance goes so close. Pepe clears it. He could have left it and it would have went out. It wasn't going in, that's for sure. And funnily enough, it went to Sergio Ramos. Just how it works. And here, we win the free kick. I thought that was going to be a free kick against me. I have no idea how we got that, but I'll take it. We go all-out attack now as Bellerin plays it to Messi, and then Messi passes to himself, but that means we're going to get the free kick for some reason, because I thought, yeah, the referee would have thought advantage is not being played, and now we're going to change the free kick take-up to Messi. It's maybe slightly far out, especially on that angle. Leo Messi did the best he could, maybe needed a bit more power on that and could have scored. We're going for a late opportunity, 88 minutes. Sergio Busquets, he plays it off to Messi. Lionel Messi, what is he going to do? He's being forced back by Arbeloa, who fell down. But now he finds Bellerin, who's going to strike it straight at the goalkeeper, though. And that's another shot on target. Please take note of all the shots you are seeing here. We've won 5 corners in this game. Real Madrid 0. Unfortunately, Laporte, not the man you want in that position. But from a corner, you got to get it on their head, not their feet. Because, yeah, normally taller players and defenders, centre-backs, are going to be there. We do win another free kick. Like, we're absolutely dominating right now. Like, this hasn't been, apart from the goals we conceded, some poor goals to concede, we're actually dominating this game in the second half at least. Laporte plays out to Suarez. Suarez strikes. Oliver got in the way. It's not quite happening for us, and the goalkeeper makes another save. Whew, just saves everywhere for their goalkeeper. They're performing really well, and they clear that really awkwardly. But Laporte heads down to Sergio Busquets, and Busquets, that's probably the worst shot I ever saw, and I just paused the game there out of frustration, like I do on some occasions, as you would probably notice. Like, why didn't he score from there? That shot, that was so weak, and I like held a decent amount of power on that. It's not like I just tapped the button softly or something. So, I was a bit disappointed we didn't get that third goal. Like, I think we probably should have, if you look at the match stats, and yeah, like, you can't say I played badly on that. So I was like trying to highlight the shots on target. And like, how the hell did we score more goals? And more importantly, how did they score 3 goals from 2 shots on target? Is that mathematically possible? But yeah, it's so frustrating. Like a game like this, like against Real Madrid, these are the games you probably want me to win. And like every so often, like I'll get comments saying you're bad at FIFA, even though I'm playing on the hardest difficulty in the game, from probably from someone who doesn't even play on that, funnily enough. But yeah, it's like I win the majority of the games, and in a game I lose, but I clearly dominated and was the better team. Just, yeah, a couple pieces of poor defending, unfortunately, and you can see we're still within reach. Look, we're only 4 points away with the extra game, so we win the extra game, we're only 1 point away. So it's so close. We're actually closer than we are. We're better than 5th, technically, in my head anyway. But that's it for now. Drop a like if you'd like to see more of this series, and I'll see you guys in the very next one.